Hello students, this is Srikanth Advarti. You watching Srikanth Ideal Chemistry. So in this video we discussing about NEET standard questions from the topic of metallurgy. So this is the first question. Which of the following is not an ore of zinc? So here we have four options is there. So we will check each and every one. So first one is sphalerite. So sphalerite is a ore of zinc and sulfide ore of zinc and iron. So this is the chemical formula of sphalerite. And second one is calamine. So calamine means its formula is ZnCO3, and third one is siderite. So siderite is a ore of iron, so it is FeCO3, and fourth one is zincsite, so that is Zn. So in the fourth that one, siderite is a ore of iron, it is not a ore of zinc. So third option is the right option. That's all. Students, so this is next question. For which of the following reduction ore should partially roasted is? So here four processes given: smelting, auto reduction, aluminum thermit process, metal displacement process. In the smelting, aluminum thermit process, metal displacement, completely roasted, but in the auto reduction it is partially roasted. For example, when you take the cuprous sulfide Cu2s, when it is roasted with undergoes roasting, it can form the cuprous oxide and sulfur dioxide. After that, this cuprous oxide can be react with remaining cuprous sulfide and form the impure copper metal, and by the liberation of sulfur dioxide. So in the auto reduction, some of the part of the sulfide ore can be roasted but into the oxide, and the formed oxide can be react with the remaining sulfide ore. So here partially roasted, not complete roasted. Some of the part roasting can be possible, remaining part auto oxidation can be possible. So second option is the right option. That's all. Okay students, this is next question. Hall-Hérold's method is used during the extraction of. Four options is given: aluminum, zinc, calcium, and both 1 and 3. Actually Hall-Hérold method is used for the extraction of aluminum. So when mixture of Al2O3, CaF2 and Na3Alf6 undergoes electrolysis, by electrolysis of these things we get the aluminum. So it is used for the extraction of aluminum. This mixture undergoes electrolysis. So on the electrolysis of this mixture we get the aluminum as a product. That's all. Now students, this is next question. Match the column 1 and column 2. So in the column 1 we have the ore, name of the ores: cerussite, siderite, silver glance, and limonite. In the column 2 we have the formula. We need to match both one another. Cerussite, the formula of cerussite is PbSO3. For the siderite, FeCO3. For silver glance, Ag2S. And for limonite, Fe2O3.3H2O. So based on this, the right option for the given question is second option is the right option. That's all. And so this is next question. The following reaction occurs in the blast furnace where iron ore is reduced to iron metal. Fe2O3 plus 3CO gives rise to 2Fe plus 3CO2. Using the Le Chatelier principle, predict which one of the following will not disturb the equilibrium. Here four options is given: removal of CO2, addition of Fe2O3, addition of CO2, removal of CO. Actually equilibrium constant Kc is taken. For the given reaction, if you write the equilibrium constant Kc, that is equal to CO concentration of CO power 3 by concentration of CO power 3. So when observe from the equilibrium constant, so the equilibrium constant cannot be depends upon both iron and Fe2O3. So their concentration, whether it is increase or decrease, it cannot affecting on the equilibrium. So second option is the addition of Fe2O3 is cannot influence the equilibrium or cannot change the equilibrium. So Fe2O3 and Fe can't influence equilibrium. So second option is the right option. That's all. Okay students, so this is next question. In the fourth production process, zinc sulfide and lead sulfide can be separated by using collector, depressant, stabilizer, all of this. Actually in the given mixer we have more than one type of sulfide ores. So for the fourth production process we mixed the powdered ore along with the depressant. In that time, the depressant can be deactivate any one of the sulfide ore in the mixer. So second option is the right option. That's all. Okay student, this is next question. Which one of the following ore is best concentrated by fourth production process? Here we have four options: galena, cassiterite, magnetite and malachite. If you take the formulas everyone, galena is represented by the PBS and cassiterite is represented by SnO2, and third one magnetite is represented by Fe3O4, and fourth one malachite is represented by CuCO3 dot CaOH taken 2. Actually the fourth production process is used for the sulfide ores, so the right option is galena. That's all. This is the next question. Which of the following element is present as the impurity to the maximum extent in the pig iron? So actually pig iron can contains carbon, manganese, phosphorus, silicon as the impurities. In that carbon has a major impurity, it is present in 4%. So pig iron contains carbon, manganese, silicon, phosphorus, etc. as impurities. In that except carbon, remaining all are minor impurities, but carbon is the major impurity. That's all. Okay students, this is next question. The method of zone refining of metals is based on the principle of greater mobility of the pure metal than that of the impurity, higher melting point of the impurity than that of the pure metal, greater noble character of the solid metal than that of the impurity, greater solubility of the impurity in the molten state that in the solid state. So when I do the fourth statement, the zone refining can be done based on the fourth statement. So based on this statement, the elements like silicon, germanium, gallium can be purified, and which are used as a semiconductors. So fourth option is the right option. That's all. Students, this is next question. Identify the alloy containing a non-metal as a constant in it. So they are asking which of the following alloy contains non-metal. So we will check one by one. First I will take the bell metal. So bell metal is a combination of copper and tin in the 4:1 ratio. At the same time, bronze also combination of copper and tin, but here tin is 12 to 12.5% will be present. And third one is Invar. Invar is a alloy of nickel and iron. Fourth one steel. When I observe the steel is alloy of iron and carbon. So steel can consist of a non-metal. Fourth option is the right option. Yes, friends, this is the next question. Which of the following concentration process will you use when a gangue particles is light? So here we have four options: gravity method, magnetic separation, photodynamization, and none of this. So when a gangue particles is lighter than a ore particles, use the gravity method to separation of gangue particles from the ore particles. So first option is right option. That's all. So next question: which of the following metals cannot be extracted by smelting process? So in this lead cannot be extracted by the smelting process. Remaining iron, zinc and aluminum can be extracted by the smelting process. Why? Because these three metals can be extracted by the smelting in the blast furnace, but it is can be done in the reverberative furnace. Okay, and it is undergoes oxidation. It cannot undergoes a smelting process. Okay, that's why first option is the right option. Yes, friends. So this is next question. Nickel metal can be extracted by the. Here we have four options. First one is Moon's process, and second one is pooling process, and third one is Van Arkel method, and fourth one is auto oxidation. When impure nickel heated with the carbon monoxide at 80 degrees of temperature, it's from the carbonyl complex. After it is undergoes 80 degrees of temperature, it can form pure nickel by the loss of carbon monoxide. So the impure nickel can be converted to the pure nickel by the reaction with carbon monoxide at 80 degrees followed by 180 degrees. So this is we call as Moon's process. That's all. Okay students, if you like my concept, please subscribe to my channel. Please like and share my videos. Thank you.